personally had some challenges around both professionally and personally with dementia.
My mum had frontotemporal dementia, quite a late diagnosis, because that does tend to be people that are younger that get frontotemporal, but my mum was 82 when she was diagnosed. Then unfortunately my mum passed away in November last year.
My father-in-law was diagnosed with mixed dementia. So the group was established approximately about 2 years ago.
The Dementia Support Group, since it started, so that's, is it 2.5 years ago now since it's been set up? And I've actually been coming to Heeley Farm for just over 2 years. But it was the support that we've had from the South Yorkshire Police Dementia Support Group and the support at Heeley Farm that's really helped us.
So one of our members, one of our committee members, Jill, she comes here. So she was aware of this community-based group.
I think it was through the memory clinic at Sheffield, and then we googled it, and I rang Lee, had a very long conversation with Lee on the phone. And then came across to meet him, and that's it. They've been so supportive and great ever since, so we've got a good relationship with them.
Andrew and I were asked to go and do a presentation at South Yorkshire Police last year, 2022. And it kind of started from there, and then the groups have been here, different environment, you're on a farm, to chat really about people they care for or support who've got dementia. So it's a beautiful link really. And then today we're all in the sun, which is great, doing multiple practical stuff. But it's a nice away day for them as well, and it's just a different way of supporting each other really out in the community.
The presentation that Lee and Andy delivered was actually one of the best I've ever seen. Really inspirational, and that connections really grew from there, where we've had other group days here, and what we really want to do was give something back to this tremendous community facility, and it's a real opportunity for us as a network to come together and spend some time in our local communities.
South Yorkshire Police have been doing this amazing thing where there's different support, the idea of having different support groups for staff who may be looking after somebody. So from my point of view, looking after people with dementia, which is really quite astounding really, and amazing that exists. Should exist everywhere, but the fact that South Yorkshire Police are all over it doing this is quite amazing.
I just wanted to give something back to the community. The team here at Heeley, particularly Lee and Andrew, have been absolutely fantastic in the support that they've given me and my sister. My mum had frontotemporal dementia, and they've been here as a support group for us for that specialist support that we needed, so they've been absolutely fantastic. And it was just an opportunity to actually give something back to them and say thank you in a way that we could.
We've had tremendous support by the organisation internally, but also externally as well. We initially used a wellbeing champion, or I used a wellbeing champion to speak to. We then established an organisational survey. So we surveyed the organisation to say if there was other people who needed that additional support. We identified there was, and it really went from there, which has given us a real framework to develop our work and develop our activity. So absolutely massive support from the organisation. We have a dedicated website on the staff intranet under the Equality Hub. We have quarterly meetings. We have a dedicated email address, so if people wanted to make contact with us, they can contact us via email, or they can directly contact us as committee members. We have posters all around the organisation. Obviously we attend the inclusion conferences and articulate what we do as a group. We have a network of members in all areas of the organisation, from comms to operational support on the local districts. So there's always somebody there who knows of the group, who can then obviously facilitate that contact ourselves, and we will then reach out to that individual if they want what type of service they want. Do they want a one-to-one? Do they want just email updates? So just depending on their individual circumstances, we are here to listen to them.
My managers, particularly when I lost my mum, or it was coming towards end of life with my mum, very, very understanding and very, very supportive in relation to flexible working hours and things like that to suit. So yeah, they were absolutely fantastic. But to me, this is why the message from the Dementia Support Group needs to go out so that managers do understand what is required and how it can impact on their employees.